Okay, so here we've got just the first screen of Cookidoo, and I'll just give you a bit of an orientation. Whenever you click on this Thermomix button here, it'll take you back to this screen. So if you ever are sort of a little bit stuck and you want to come back to where you were, by clicking that, it'll take you back to this screen. This is also the Explore screen. So those two links will do the same thing. You've got My Recipes on here. We'll get to that. And you've got My Week. So when we get through planning your week out, that's where you find that. You've also, when you're on the desktop version of Cookidoo, which is what I'm doing as opposed to the app, you've got a lot of things you can do here in your account. So if ever you have any payment issues or anything, you need to be in the website version. And if we just click on that, we'll start here. You can choose which style of cook you are. That'll mean that the articles that come up will be a bit more applicable to you, and your filters and stuff will be rejigged for that. But mostly you do the rejigging on your filters yourself. So we've got, you can add in what accessories you own. If you don't own them, this is what it looks like here. So just add whichever accessories you have. And we want to do that so that, say if a recipe includes the peeler, you don't accidentally put that into your meal plan and come across that and have that be put into a recipe that you don't, you get 3/4 of the way through and you don't have that. I'm just pulled up my phone and I'm just going to have a look in the app to tell you. I'll show you where you can find these things. So you've got preferences here. And my devices in the app. So it looks very similar, but not exactly the same as this screen. Often if you want to do something in your Cookidoo, it's a bit more technical. It's good just to log in via the website. So you can see my search filter preferences here. So I've got all the Thermomix versions. The language is all. Now I'm going to update this filter. You can see here I've got it as just Australia, and that will be your default filter setup. So if we click default, update default filter, you can say which version you have. I'm going to leave that open because I like to see all of the recipes. You can choose the language. So what most people will do is they will untick Australia and they will tick just the English language. That opens up all the recipes from the English recipes from the Swiss Cookidoo, English Cookidoo, and the US Cookidoo. The only word of caution that I would give you here is that because it includes the US Cookidoo, it will have some of your recipes will be in imperial because they obviously measure in ounces and pounds. So when you open up a recipe, it will change your Thermomix for that recipe into pounds and ounces. So if you don't like the idea of that, then you could take off the English filter and choose the regions. So Australia has got obviously English recipes. There are some in the other countries, but the main ones you want, probably without the imperial, if you just put on Australia and the UK, that would be the main ones you've got. So let's just tick those for now. So you can see here we've got UK and Australia. I'll have a lot more recipes there, or I'll just recap what we did. You could take off those and tick on the English filter, but that will include imperial measurements. So we have got those there. Then so we accessed that through this part up here. So you've got account and profile. You can review your membership here, see which devices you have attached. You can view your details. You can see when you're subscribed to and things like that. You can change your password and all those sorts of things. All right, so let's just press this Thermomix button to take us back to where, remember I said this always takes us back to the first page. Welcome, Anne-Marie. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions. Even if you have any questions as along the way or something pops into your mind, put it in the chat and I'll make sure that I come back to that. So if I just press the search Cookidoo button there, that opens up all of our recipes. I'll take you through this screen. When you're on the app, this will be an icon. So if you wanted to toggle between recipes and collections, you can. Then we just need to put the filter here. I don't know why it doesn't. When you have got that language selected as just English, you'll see all of the regions come up. So I just tick Australia there. That's just the one annoying part about choosing English as your main filter. So we've just chosen the Australian. You can put on the UK one, but there's so many on here, 176 results. So we've got our latest one for the canale. You can just go through and have a look. I like looking at this because the way that it groups things together. So stack up the savings. You might be interested in saving money. So you could open this one up and all of those recipes there are all grouped together so that you can just plan your meals from there. So that's you can save cookbooks. If you travel with your Thermomix, it's a good idea to save them. And I'll show you a little bit later on where you find that. So if you save your recipes, it means that you can access them when you're offline, which is why it's also really good for traveling. So we're just going to hit the back button and you can change sort by newest relevance. So let's do newest, and that hasn't changed. Or you can do by name. So then they're in alphabetical order if you know the name of something, but you don't know when it was added to the platform. So we're just going to change. You've also got articles on here, which has got so much gold in here. You can watch little videos of how to make things, and also that's linked. So there's lots of, you can just give yourself a whole lesson in pastry there. So there's lots of things in there. So I would say have a good read of the articles. I don't think you can access those from the mobile platform or through the app the same way. So keep that for your desktop version. Let's just go back to our recipes here and we'll sort that by newest. So obviously our canale collection has just dropped in. So all of the top ones are for canales. Now, if you say are coming on here to meal plan, what you'll want to do is go into these filters first up. So click on the filters, and what I will do is I will choose all of the main sort of meal things that my family might like in this top part. So main dishes, meat. Let's go fish. We'll have a look at all the categories, vegetarian and other. So that's all the main meals. For the purpose of this, for meal planning, we've taken out all of the extras and all the baking and the breads and things like that, which just narrows down your selection a little bit. And you can see any of these are up here. If you wanted to cross one off, you could cross that off. 1,163 recipes for me is still too many to filter through for choosing my meals for the week. So what I do then is I will filter that down more. I'll just go through this methodically. It's not how I do it when I'm meal planning, but I'll just take you through all of these filters as we go down as they're listed. So search for ingredients. If you had something that you wanted to use up, you could type in, say, pumpkin. Let's click on pumpkin. So then that's in our filter. So for now we're having all the main dishes that have pumpkin. Excluded ingredients. Let's say someone in my family is allergic to pine nuts. Let's take out, we'll put roasted pine nuts and we'll put in pine nuts. Okay, so that's taking out any recipe that's got pine nuts in it. We could search for a tag. So let's maybe search for maybe something to go with the barbecue. Oh, I don't know if that's a tag. Let's do quick. No tag for that. Dinner. Let's do dinner party, dinner. That's going to take that down. Let's go easy. And if I've got a bit of, I might have, half an hour to prepare. Oh, I've taken out too many. You can put too many filters in here. Let's take out the total time. All right. So see how by the time you add in all of those filters, it leaves you with not too many options, which I like that. So for my meal plan, then I'm going to just look at these. I'm going to look at the time, 50 minutes, 50, an hour and 5. And to me, I think this one looks good. I could click on it and open it right up, or because that way you can read right through it. Or I can just click on the buttons here and I can add it to my week and add it to my shopping list. The other thing that I saw in this, you can change the serving size. So you can make it your own. Start. And what we're doing here is we're changing a recipe. So this one we could halve it. So we change it to 2. It's done all of the hard work for us. And I would just edit this to say half serve. Okay, we'll confirm that. Okay, so that's halved all of the ingredients. Doesn't change any of our preparation steps. Perhaps you might need to, not for this one, I don't think you'd need to change anything, but say if you were halving a cake, for example, you would go in and you would change the cook time. So general rule of thumb is when you're halving a recipe, you reduce the cook time by 20%. When you're doubling a recipe, you increase it by 20%. Okay. All right, so that's saved there. I will show you where you can find that a little bit further through the session. We're just going to click the back button to take us back to where we were. Okay, so let's add this one to our planner. So we can click Cook Today. When you're on the desktop, you can click Add to Shopping List here. If you're on your phone and you can do it on the desktop, you can click Add to Shopping List. So that's on there. All right, just let me know if my background noise is getting excited. I've got a few people cooking in the kitchen. They're getting a bit excited. All right, so we've chosen one recipe for our dinner and I've shown you through the filters. So let's just go back. We could take off now. We've used up our pumpkin. Let's just take that off. We've still got someone that's allergic to pine nuts. So now we could have a look. So we've got all of our main dishes selected there. Dinner and easy are the tags that we have. So let's choose another one for dinner. Anyone want to choose one there? Anything look good to any of you? That's one I haven't made, the smoked salmon slice. You can also have a look at the ratings. San Choy Bao's got a really high rating. Oh, really high flank steak with horseradish cream with the meter. That's got 5 stars. That must be really good. Or Middle Eastern plank salmon, also really good. Lots with the meter there. All right, let's just maybe do these beef tacos. So if you don't want to open up the recipe, you can just click on that button there. Click Add to My Week and choose your day. I'm going to say let's do that for a Taco Tuesday, next Tuesday night. So we'll press save. And then we want to add that to our shopping list as well. So that's in the shopping list. All right. Now what I want to do is show you how to just clear all these filters off. So I just press the search button again. Well, let's press the Thermomix button again, search, and they're all gone. So those filters that you saved have now disappeared. So you could then go in and plan your dessert. So let's go in and choose baking sweet, desserts and sweets, and maybe sauces, dips and spreads would be nice as well. We could even put in snacks. You'll get some savory ones in there, but that'll be okay. So now we've got 3,000 recipes there, so we can choose a few things for dessert. This apple crumble cake looks really good to me, hour and 10 minutes. I will show you here the filter for, we had a bit of a look at it. So you've got your preparation time. I might only want to spend 15 minutes preparing dessert, and I might want it ready in 45 minutes. So let's just have a look at those ones there. Okay, let's find something that we could do for, this looks good, a skillet chopped chip cookie. Let's add that to our week. That sounds like a nice thing for a Friday night treat for the family. So we'll put that there. And then I'll also add that to my shopping list. Okay, now that's probably enough showing you through the filters. Does anyone have any questions about the filters or adding things to meal plans and shopping lists? There, I'll just have a look. Oh, sorry, I missed your pulled pork message there, Kay. And Kay, it is being recorded. There's also one in the a recording in our Pinnacle link tree for customers. So that's always there. All right. Okay, so no questions. I'll just give you a second. All right. Let's just find where we've put those recipes now. So we've put them into our meal plan. On your phone, it's down the bottom if you're using the app, and up the top, it's here. So you click on My Week. So these are the things. I can have a bit of a look here. You can change when you're on here, you can change the view. So I like to go on this view because I've got a couple of main meals here on the same day, which we'll want to drag around. So I'm just going to grab this recipe and move it across if it'll let me. No, it's not playing nice today. No, okay, I'm going to have to just click on it and do move to another day. So let's say we'll have that on Thursday. So you can move around things like that, because often when you're adding things, you get a bit lost of where you're putting them. This is what's on our shopping list, so we can have a look through. I've got a few things for next week. I do like to leave a couple of days blank when I'm meal planning, so that you can have leftovers one day. You know, you might just have a craving for something one day, so you can put it there. All right. So yeah, who likes that? Yeah, Kay likes that view. I really like this view. This view here, I feel like it's a little bit. I might miss a day, whereas I like that view there. You can just, from this view though, is really good because it'll show you anything you haven't added to your shopping list. So you've got a little trolley and an ad there. So I don't have my Mexican stack on, so I can quickly add that. So that's what's good about that view. Let's just have a look at our show ingredients. So I've got a lot of recipes in there. You can have a look at those by category or by recipe. So by category, we'll have it grouped as you would shop in the supermarket. And you can see here, that's where, because I've got the US filter on, we've got some ounces in there. So what we go through is we tick off what we have got in our cupboard. What I actually like to do is I don't do that from this view. I shop from this view, but when I'm choosing what ingredients I have, I do it from this view. And why we do it there is because say it might say sour cream for this one, for the tacos, but maybe we don't put tacos on our sour cream on our tacos. But if you're in this category, you don't know what recipe that's for. So if it's here and say we don't put sour cream on our tacos, we would just tick that off and it kicked me out. I would just tick that and oh, it's taken it off, just so that you can see what recipe it's for. Yeah, so it's gone. And it just gives you a bit of an idea, you know, say like extra virgin olive oil, you might use that, or you might want to use something else for your tacos. So if you're going through your shopping list with the recipe, it gives you a bit of an idea, better idea what you're actually cooking for. So I've got onions here, I'll tick that off. I've got cheese, I've got oil, I've got garlic cloves. This is where you're just ticking off. Oh, the sour cream's still there. Off you go. I might need to buy limes. I might need to do taco seasoning, and this is where I might think, oh, I need to add taco seasoning, so we can just put that in and find a recipe. So you can also type a recipe in. Now, when you type in the name of something that you're looking for, it comes up here and it comes up down here. Now, the difference between those is here, if you click the plus, that will only bring up recipes that have got taco seasoning in the ingredients. So it won't bring up the recipe for the taco seasoning. So if we want to find the recipe for taco seasoning, we click on that. So that comes up that way. Whereas, I'll show you if I click on the other one, taco seasoning, we click that. These all have got the taco seasoning in them. Okay, we're just going back to my week there. Show ingredients. So we're just going through each thing and ticking off what you already have. And if you accidentally tick something and you realize that you shouldn't have, so I might have realized one of the kids ate a green apple. I just tick that down the bottom and it comes back up the top. You can also add all sorts of ingredients or items that you might need. So let's say you might need some Chuck's wipes. You can just add them on there so that when you're in the shops, you remember to get that. Now, my absolute favorite part of the Cookidoo platform is this button here, which is open up here we go. Hopefully you can see that pop up, and my internet's going a bit wonky. It'll open up Woolworths, so you can just add that to your Woolworths order. You can also see here, you can swap things out. Really do look at it and look at the price. Let me see if it's got something that's ridiculously expensive and it's put something like a kilo of garlic or a kilo of ginger or something in. Hasn't done it for any of this. And you've got some, so the Chuck's wipes weren't matched automatically, but you can fix that up in here. Then you can just add all that to your Woolworths cart. You might want to change things, like I just saw an expensive cheese. Yeah, just hold on. I just saw an expensive cheese when I was just flicking through there, so I would swap that for a cheaper one. Everything that they've chosen might not be what you like to choose, so you can just go through that. Okay, now let me just get out of this somehow. There we go. All right, now, so we've done our order ingredients. The other thing you can do from here is you can share that. I often will do this and share it with my husband. I mean, he can open up the app because they're all linked if you're using the same login. Otherwise, you just copy and then you press the copy and then it's just a control paste, or however you would normally paste from your computer or your phone. And you can send it that way if someone else is doing the shopping for you. You can clear it all from here, which I might do because I wasn't really paying attention to what I was ticking off there. So then that's all cleared nice and quickly. Okay, so we've had a bit of a look. So that's my week. So there's nothing else for you to see there. We've had a good look at the Explore. Now, probably the only thing that's left is the My Recipes. So anything that you do here will turn up on your Thermomix screen if you have a TM6 in the 3 lines up on the top left. So any recipes that you, like collections that you save, We've got saved ones here. So these are all the Thermomix Cookidoo platform recipe books. And then I've got created ones here. So these are ones I've put together myself. If you want to look out for one of my menu planning Cookidoo sessions, we go through this where we go through a week and we get about 5 recipes into them. And we do about 4 different weeks. And that's so that you've got 4 weeks worth of really easy meal plans. So that's my meal planning Cookidoo session, not the 101 session. And we'll probably do one of those next month, I would say. So I've got all of my created ones. For example, when we've got a cooking class, we will make up every recipe that we use in that class so that they're all there. And we can even share them. I can't share it from this platform, but from my phone, from the app, there's a share button. So I can make a collection. Like you could say, make a collection, what's coming up, Father's Day's coming up. Could do a nice brunch collection that you want to do with your whole family. So you could put them together and then you could share that whole collection that you've made up with the rest of your family. So that's a good one there. I'll just put this one up for you. You might want to have a look. We asked in March, we asked all of our consultants what their sort of top dishes were that made them really go wow at the Thermomix, and this was what they came up with. So you've got some nice recipes in there if you're looking for some inspiration. All right, so that's our created recipes. The other thing that and to create a collection, you can just do there. Let's just, what month are we in? We're in August. Can you believe it? So we could just do August Cookidoo collection, and then I could add things to that as well. So once I'm in my explore session, I could just click the buttons there, say add to collection, and look for August Cookidoo collection, and it's really easily added there like that. The benefits, so again, the benefits of that is that they will be accessible when your machine is offline. Your My Week isn't, if your machine is not connected to the internet. So if you'd like to access them without internet, that's the way to do it, through these collections here. Now we've got just a few more minutes and I will show you, just need to get rid of some of these pop-ups so I can find it, where how we can create an actual recipe of our own. So we started doing that before. Let's click on my recipes up the top here. We're there. Scroll. I don't normally do this on here. Hold on, I think this isn't my way. My week. Okay, can you help me out? Where's the created, my actual created recipes? I cannot find them. The ones, oh, here we go. They're just here hiding.
Did you find it? Okay.
Yeah. I've got too many, like, I've got all these Zoom controllers covering my screen. Got it now. All right. So created recipes. So you'll remember at the beginning, we changed this into a half serve. So they come up here. We can, hopefully you'll still see this screen. Can you still see my new screen here if I go into recipe community? Can you go see that? So I'll show you how you can bring a recipe across. Let's just go the recipe of the week. Frozen mojito cheesecake. Doesn't sound like a bad one to bring across. If I want to bring that so that I can cook, it's like guided cooking on your Thermomix. It's not exactly the same. I can just copy that link, or I can press here, add to Cookidoo. So I'm going to add that in, press confirm, and that will bring across that recipe from recipe community. And a good one. It's all, sometimes you need to change the steps because it might all be written in one long one. This one's done very well. So that looks really good. And, you know, I could add in a preparation time if I wanted to add all of that up, but or you could cook it the first time and then come in and add it, but that looks really good to me. So I'm just going to press done. Some of them are that easy. I'll show you some other ones that might not be. Let's have a feeling this one's, oh no, I fixed that one up. Some of them here. Okay, so see this, how this is all written in one long thing. So you could edit that. I'm just going to move this thing on. Okay. So we can just press this edit button down here. And then we just click on here, and what you would do is start pressing enter. So at the new step. See how I'm doing that? I'm just pressing, I'm clicking where it needs to change and I'm pressing enter there. So some of the recipes are written better than others because it's obviously just anyone putting them into the recipe community, which is great. There's so many recipes that you would never know existed. Over here, there's a lot of recipes on the recipe community, so you can bring them across. It doesn't come up exactly like a guided cooking recipe. It's sort of halfway between manual and guided. But all of these are there on my Thermomix, and where you find them as well is under those 3 lines on a TM6 up in the top left-hand corner. Does anybody have any questions? I think that's just a really kind of basic overview. Let me just get back to, I'm going to stop the share. Anybody have any questions or anything I missed that you think I should go over? No? All right. Well, we might leave it there then. And look out for the menu planning session. It is a really good one so that you can get a month's worth of menu planning organised in probably about half an hour, and then you can just revisit that month on month, which is nice. There's enough variety in there that your family won't get bored. All right. Well, thank you so much for everyone coming on, and yeah, we look forward to the next session.